Hey team, day 15. We are halfway through the month of this challenge and it's going pretty well. I've hit a really sort of tough couple of days. So yesterday I didn't get to give you an update. So update on 14, serious DOMS. So for those familiar with exercise, you'll know what DOMS are. Those less familiar, your DOMS, your delayed onset muscle soreness, which is when you sort of work your body slightly harder than it was probably expecting, and then you get that muscle ache. I'm not going to say the word pain because it should be more of like an ache. It can last for a fair few days. It might not manifest itself for the first few days, so anything up to sort of 72 hours, and it can sort of still show itself depending on how hard you've pushed yourself. And you normally get these aches and pains when you first embark on a new exercise or physical activity. So for example, I hadn't taught body pump because I took a little bit of a break from my fitness classes, so I hadn't taught body pump for a while. So when I covered the class and went in and hit it quite hard, because as instructors we do, I knew that my body was just going to sort of hate me. So it's taken sort of a couple of days. My chest is still sore, or my muscles are tight from the push-ups, because this track that I did was just ridiculous. So yes, so my body's been tight, my legs were heavy. I said to a few people that they were so tight, you know, like when you've really had a solid leg workout, or if you've done legs, bums and tums or something, you've not done it for a while, and then you have to hold on to the wall as you slowly lower yourself down onto the toilet seat or something. It was one of those where it was just an effort, and it felt like when I was trying to jog, to get my legs to move, it almost felt like I was carrying someone on my back. So it was tough, but again, still got it done. Obviously slower pace, but then I'm not too bothered because my main goal was just getting it done. So yeah, so that's positive. I feel good about the fact that I still got it done, but it's been a tough, like the past couple of days have been a real tough gig. So yeah, aside from that, I'm sort of doing well. Day 15, the sun's come out, so the past 2 days it's been crap again, British weather. We've had no sun really, not consistent. Yesterday was grey, might have been a couple of breaks of sun where the clouds forgot what their job was. But going well, I'm pushing through it, trying to stay motivated. Like I said, I'm at that point, it's halfway through the month, but you're also at that breaking point, I've said in another video, where you almost feel like you could just give up. And this is that make or break moment. And this is where I would say to people, when you get that feeling that you want to quit, that's when you dig in and get it done, because then you're going to start noticing the results. So like I said, I've been running a mile a day for the past 15 days now. I do notice my fitness, and always remember you've got your fitness in terms of your cardiovascular fitness, where you're getting better and you can sort of sustain for longer. You might notice that also when you're going up and down stairs. You can go for longer walks, you can play, if you've got kids, dogs, whatever, you can play with them without getting sort of too tired. But also, what I always say to people, focus on what I refer to as your recovery fitness. So how long does it take for you to get back to feeling like normal? Because people overlook that one, and that's an important thing to remember, is that when you walk upstairs, are you still out of breath for like a couple of minutes afterwards? Or do you find that after, say, 30 seconds, you feel better again? Do you find that after you've gone for a jog, your breathing is back to a steady pace, you're not sweating as much? I'm really sweaty, bad example. But that's again a sign that your fitness recovery level has improved, which is again going to help you with, I'm getting attacked, your overall sort of health. Because if your body recovers well from physical exertion and it doesn't prolong that almost like stress on the body, that's just going to be like helping you no end in terms of building up your cardiovascular, pulmonary strength, resistance, and just health. So there's lots of added benefits. You know, your circulatory system is going to be working really, really well. So all these things add benefits. So it's important to take note of those. And as I've always said, celebrate the little victories. Really sing your praises. You know, you do anything, you go for that longer walk. You might only do an extra couple of 100 meters, but every little thing should be celebrated because it's progress, it's moving forward, and it's getting the job done. So that's where I'm at. So I had to try and cram it in. I didn't get to report yesterday because work was, I had to go out with the family, and this is another real thing. I had to go out with the family. By the time I got home, I had a very short window before I needed to get ready for work. So it was a case of, I could have said, I'm going to give it a miss today because it's going to be too much of a rush. And I thought, you know what, actually, I can get that 10 minutes in. So I did the 10 minutes, had a quick stretch, which wasn't good enough, which is why my legs were a bit tight today, but I got it done. And then I had to hobble up and down stairs all day. So yes, here's to getting it done. So I hope you are doing well. I hope you're doing well on your journeys, whatever they may be. Remember to stay positive, stay open, ride those challenges, reach out to support networks if you do find that it's getting a bit tough, if you do find that you're struggling a little bit. Have a look at what parts of it you're struggling with. Is it the physical element? Because remember, it's about doing it. It's not always about breaking yourself every time you do something. So if you need to tone it down like one day and use it as almost like a mild rest day, you can always tone it down, eliminate any sort of resistance training that day if it's too tough, and focus on just getting out, doing your walking and building up your cardio strength, and then go back to the resistance the next day. Or even just if you find that mentally you're struggling and you don't really know where you're going while you're doing it, then use that time to honestly sit down and work it out, because you need to still focus on your mental strength. So take that time to chill, reevaluate your goals, realign them with where you're going, and as I said in another video, decide whether the physical activity you're doing is suitable for your goals, but also to motivate you, to make you want to do it. Don't be afraid to try different things. And even if you've got a buddy, say to someone, look, would you mind coming with me on this one, because I'm struggling a bit, come with me on this walk. And eventually you'll start to build up that, and you might even inspire and motivate someone else, who knows. Oh, so I've got to go and get ready for work now. Joy. So thank you very much for joining me so far, and for staying with me. If you do have any questions, honestly, fire them my way. If there's anything I can offer some feedback on, I will always do that. Remember, like all of us, we don't have all the answers. We can find the answers, and we'll always just talk to you from our own experiences, either in the industry or just in life. So don't be afraid to sort of drop us a message, get in touch, and hopefully we can win this together. We can. Yes, we can. So, signing off. Take it easy, peeps.